Do you know the secret story about 99 Nights in the Forest? It's not something that can be found in the game, but instead in this YouTuber's account. And the more we explore these videos, the more we realize how haunting the forest actually is. And we'll start off with the first video, It Knows I'm Here. So the first video is quite short. It starts off with a person just falling into the forest. From here, they begin to cut the trees, and then they hear a strange sound. It then cuts into nighttime where they're by the campfire, but then the rain would end up putting out the fire, and that's when it arrives. So that was just the first video. It seems like a regular playthrough of 99 Nights in the Forest with the deer attacking as soon as the campfire is gone, but it only gets creepier with the next video they are watching. So here, this person is wandering around in the forest, and then they notice the missing person posters. You know, the 4 kids and all that? Except it's a bit different, because if you notice the text here, it says, "They're watching." But what does it mean by this? Well, we'll find that out in a bit. But yeah, again, it gets nighttime. The person's enjoying some soup, but that's when they hear a strange noise. It cuts to the next day where the person is far away from their camp and the sun is going down, so they had to rush over before the entities come and find him, though it's too late. They manage to find a flashlight, but that's when they catch a glimpse of the deer. Now they manage to hide away from the deer, but that doesn't mean that they're completely safe, because the deer's not the only thing attacking them. There's also the owl. So again, everything seems to play quite similarly to the Roblox game, but now we're gonna experience some more lore in the third video that's titled Willow Glen Forest. So yeah, we finally have a name for this part. It's called Willow Glen Forest, and everything seems normal. You can even see the kids' playground right there, where yeah, it is accurate to the game, where it's actually destroyed. But then the video plays on, and you will notice in the distance, there's the deer.
That feels like a dream.
But that's not the only time we see the deer. This video is going to get a lot creepier. The screen goes black and then some text appears. Day 6 in this forest, still looking for a way out. So somebody has been stuck in this forest for 6 days at this point. They're exploring around and they see a wolf eating a rabbit. They state, "I think it didn't see me." They then proceed to run to their camp where everything seems to be safe, but what's interesting is that as they're resting, they pull out a missing person poster. Have you seen them? And there's 3 people missing here: Ethan, Caleb, and Lily, all last seen 3 years ago. So there's more than just these 4 kids that went missing. There's been a lot more people. But why? Why do so many people go missing in this forest? Well, let's keep watching. She wonders, I wonder what happened to them. She continues on to explore, and then she finds a cell phone in a building. She grabs it and tries to call for help.
Hello? Please, I need help. I think I'm lost.
Yeah, hasn't she been like lost for 6 days already?
Miss Daggerbeth, can you tell me where you are? Do you see any landmarks, cabins, signs?
I was in Willow Glen Forest, but it's different now.
What do you mean it's different?
It's the same place, but it's not right. It's quiet. Too quiet.
Stay where you are. We'll send someone to your location.
Wait, how will you know where I am?
So this call is quite creepy because she points out something strange. It's not the same Willow Glen that she's used to. It's not that happy-go-lucky place. It's now this terrifying place. And you know where the fairy's at with this mushroom house? Yeah, no, something's different in here. I think the fairy might be completely gone now. She states, "I'm not alone here." So she knows she's being followed. But who's following her? She surely figures out that as long as she stays in the light, they won't go for her. It's been a month, and I still don't know why I'm here. She continues walking, and here she finds some remains of the wolves, but also one of the dens that the kids are usually at. She goes to explore it, but it's quite different from that of the game. Because yeah, once she goes in, it's the same exact room as the Dino Kids area, but it's just completely empty. I need to leave as soon as I can. She continues wandering around the forest, and that's when she encounters the cultists. And then also in the distance, you'll see the deer come out. And that's when she hides. Almost 4 months, fire nearly out, food nearly gone, only them remains. So yeah, she's been stuck here for quite some time now. Remember the playground that was all peaceful looking? Yeah, it's now completely destroyed. And not only that, the cultists are also lurking around trying to find her. She finds herself exhausted in the campfire, no longer having any food, no longer having any wood, and hears a strange cry in the distance. It's at this point where she grows tired. And now I can't really show what happens here, but yeah, she doesn't end up making it. But that's not the end of the tapes, because then we get this text here. Subject E047, Gianna, terminated 4 months, 7 days. Termination recorded on day 127. Yeah, it's this video right here that we realize that this entire thing, all these people that enter this forest are all actually experiments. You know how there's a science lab? Well, it turns out that all the people being trapped in this forest are actually all experiments. But why? Well, let's continue watching with the next video, Willow Glen Safety Tips. Now, the beginning of this video is quite important because we get a glimpse of this symbol right here. Now, where have we seen this before? Oh yeah, it's the exact same one that's in the science building in 99 Nights in the Forest. Which means that all these park rangers, this entire park was all built as a huge lab experiment. Now, the video is quite normal at first. It talks about safety against bears, wolves, but then when they talk about deers, that's when things start going strange.
Deers are gentle, curious animals often seen along the trails. However, if you see a deer standing completely still, watching you, do not approach. Do not attempt to feed it. If its legs seem too long, or its mouth does not match its voice, leave the area calmly.
Yeah, so seeing this safety tips video, it shows us that these people already know about the Wendigo in this forest.
Do not look back until you are in clear daylight. Daylight, daylight, daylight.
The safety video ends, and then it cuts to this person that's trapped in the forest. They hear the growl of the Wendigo and stay quiet to hide away from it. It then cuts back into the safety tips video, and it literally shows the cultists that are in the forest as well.
If they are chanting, do not listen closely. If they begin to smile at you, leave the area immediately.
Yeah, no, this whole video is terrifying, not gonna lie.
Do not run. Do not run. Do not run.
No. Oh no, I don't like that face. Now get that out of here. Okay.
Toward the nearest source of light. They prefer the dark.
Again, the safety video ends and it cuts back to the two people that are trapped in the forest. But they hear something in the trees. And that something is the owl. The tape never said anything about it. It was watching us the whole time. So yeah, it seems like these people who get trapped in the forest are shown this Willow Glen safety tips, so they do have some sort of knowledge of the deer, but it looks like they weren't informed about the owl. But again, things only get creepier as we proceed on. Now, this next video is supposed to be a kids program, but randomly things get scary out of nowhere.
You just have to remember the rules.
And then it cuts into this screenshot here. Again, we see that science symbol, so that means the scientists, the military, and all them, they're all part of this whole experiment. It cuts back to the program, but this time the male is just completely censored, and we're not really sure why. Yet the video continues on showing us about wilderness safety and all that. Again, things get randomly scary here. It then shortly cuts to somebody in the forest, but then goes back to the male park ranger. And here he showcases the owl.
It's our owl friend. He wants to play hide and seek with you. The owl will look for you. But remember, don't move. If he sees you move, he'll take you.
Yeah, so it seems quite harmless the way he says it because we do see an adorable looking owl, but this showcases that the owl was also part of an experiment, because then it cuts to this scene where a person's hiding in a shed and then this happens. They go to open the door, they see nothing, then they turn to the window and there waiting for them is the owl. Yeah, not gonna lie, this whole thing is like very creepy, but not as creepy as the last video in the series, because this one is the most disturbing video so far. So the video plays out with a note. In 1989, investigators reported finding several ritual sites deep within the forest. Burned animal remains, carved wooden symbols left hanging in trees, campfires that seemed to smolder for days. Despite the evidence, no arrests were ever made. March 13th, 2001. 12 years passed after the incident. The video plays out and we're shown a couple that are exploring the forest.
So this is the road, right? The one that leads into the forest?
Yeah. We're close now. You sure about this?
You're the one who kept saying you wanted to see it.
I said I wanted to check it out, not walk into some creepy place people whisper about.
So yeah, it seems like they're going to investigate the whole thing. Again, talking about the whole incident.
Didn't some guy say he saw something out here? Fires, people?
And then they finally arrive to the entrance of the park.
So this is it? The same place that guy swore he saw them?
That was years ago, Mark. People exaggerate. You know how stories spread.
They're exploring around, some time has passed, and they see some missing person posters.
Wait, hold up. Look at this.
Missing persons? These look old.
Not that old. Look, some of the ink hasn't even faded yet.
Yeah, that's a key line that he says. That means that there's still scientists experimenting on people in the forest.
Maybe they just put up new ones. Could have been hikers. People get lost out here all the time.
Lost? There's like 6 posters, all from the last couple years. That doesn't feel like getting lost. That feels like something else.
Mark, don't start. Those news stories were forever ago.
Then why's nobody here? This place is so welcoming. Why are the only faces we see the ones stapled to a post?
Some time passes and the couple end up splitting up looking around the forest. And that's when he hears a terrifying scream.
Lily?
She pops out, but when he goes to investigate, he sees this.
Mark, hurry!
It cuts to them running away, trying to get out of the forest because they're not there alone.
Why is it locked? Who put these things?
Yeah, that would unfortunately be the cultists that are lurking around the forest. And then before they get a chance to escape, they were captured. The male ends up waking up and it's now nighttime, but he finds himself tied up in rope. He tries to look around the area, not seeing anything, but that's when he sees the horrifying image of flames. Yep, that's right. These are the cultists performing a ritual, which actually does happen in the game. We just don't actually see it, making this whole scene far more terrifying. And not only that, we get a glimpse of the deer. The visuals end there, but some text appears. Mark and Lily were reported missing on March 17th, 2001. Friends and family say they were last seen driving out of town together. Their intended destination was never known. We then get shown this missing person poster. If you have information, please contact. But of course, we know the truth. Yeah, I do like all the tie-ins that this video makes with the video game, connecting different lore pieces and all that. It's a very interesting ARG. I'll put the link to the creator's account down below. Anyways, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. Goodbye.